For the play Good Kids, number one, I believe that the subject matter itself is very evocative. I mean, whenever we're talking about a high school age sexual assault, I think that sort of speaks for itself. And whenever you read that, it's always going to grab at some sort of emotional heartstrings, especially when it's based on a real situation. As far as themes that I noticed, the first theme that I picked up on is sort of the sexual immaturity of the men, of the males that were in this play, that were shown by the hashtags that were sent out after the incident. Um, During the party scenes, the guys were taking bets on what they were going to do to the girl in that situation. Another theme was the girls, the stereotypical of the high school females, a lot of the female on female hatred. If you do this, you're a slut. If you wear this, you're a slut, and all of that sort of girl on girl sort of stereotypical hatred. Then also the third theme was the victim itself being caught in sort of the middle of what she believes in herself as a person, and then what she kind of feels everybody wants her to be. Like she doesn't want to sort of fall into a category. Like why is she says, why is she, a slut if she likes to have fun or dress a certain way or do certain things? Why does that make her this? So that was for the three themes that I noticed. For question three, I sort of just took things I noticed directly from our lecture readings. The first thing I noticed was that makes it different from Intimate Apparel. The first thing I noticed was the fact that it starts right into the action. I believe the first thing seen is Chloe. She's sort of kind of giving a monologue of what happened that night or how she felt after that night. The second thing that I noticed is that it's completely nonlinear, which is unlike Intimate Apparel. It's very choppy. And then the third thing that makes it different is the abundance of characters, which is unlike Intimate Apparel as well. As far as questions that were raised from the reading, I believe one of the questions that I found was sort of how do we educate our youth through this time of sexual curiosity? I mean, we all know this is high school. Things like this can happen. There has to be a way as a community, maybe as parents, maybe inside of the school, that we can sort of educate our youth to be more aware in these situations. Another question that this story raised is making sure that athletes are getting preferential treatment in situations like this. We can't ignore the victims in situations like this. It's important that we all just remain human beings, not male athletes or this or that, varsity or not, or otherwise. Then my questions for you guys that I had. First question is I went to high school in Ohio, but I didn't sort of have the stereotypical culture in my school. I was wondering if anybody else had a culture like this in their high school, possibly. But then also my second question would be is what would you guys feel would be the best way to educate our youth who are going through these phases as they enter high school or leaving high school of sexual curiosity? How do we educate our youth to avoid these situations?